Mitirang ba ka jala konrad ke sangma ka sithot diang ula kan tu ikinong song ka jala ban ai ka Treilang khanang bakin la bani khun man Khanglad yau niu khunyang Carona virus mitirang ba ulo ongru ba kum ka jala ka don bok ba te khunyang sim lapoi ha megalia hanrei banjur pat ba ki Paidbah bakin long ki balapan khle lupa khanang ba te khunyang jingpang ba seriam ya ka pangkhalam omi ala satya ban poi sa ka jala mitirang ba ulo kan tur juru Umitirang ba ulo kuntu jurlu ya ki Paidbah ba kines nok tilang ber sarkar dak ba bot pen khingi kendon ki balabu bat pen bena.
Friends, coming directly to the point, of course, India as a whole has touched almost 225 cases as we speak, and we have seen a spike of almost close to 200% in the last 10 days. And out of these cases, about 55% of the cases have been people who have come from outside, and that means who have travelled from abroad, and 45% of the cases have been mainly local people who have been affected. India is at stage 2, as you're aware, and so keeping that in mind, today in fact at 4 o'clock there was a video conferencing where the Honourable Prime Minister and officials of the Health Department of Government of India and Chief Ministers of different states, all the states were present, and we had a 2-hour long meeting on the different steps that are being taken by Government of India, and also different measures that are to be done and taken up by the states in respect to the current situation that the world as a whole is facing. Coming to the state of Meghalaya, friends, as you're aware, as of now there has not been a case that has been identified, not a single case that has been detected in the state, and therefore it is the right time, I should say, for us to take all the precautions and advanced measures, learning from other states and other countries, and ensure that we minimize the impact in every sense to our state. And keeping that in mind, a number of steps have been taken by the government of Meghalaya, including closing down institutes and schools, colleges, and also asking everybody to cancel all kind of public programs, so that we avoid any kind of crowding and we're able to maintain social distancing. And apart from that, as a state, we also realize that if any situation will come, it will come from outside. So therefore, keeping that aspect in mind, we are also working on ensuring that a very strong mechanism is put in place, which we've already started working on. In fact, at a very advanced stage, and it should be activated tonight. But manual systems are already in place, where we are keeping track of as many of the students or people working outside, who are coming back home. We are trying to ensure that we are able to track them. We are, as of now, we know there are about close to maybe 2,000 to 3,000 students and people working outside in other parts of the country, and some outside the world, outside the state, and some outside the country have also come back. And therefore, really our objective is to ensure that obviously that they're safe. It is also to ensure that they are made comfortable. It is also our endeavor to ensure that the right advice is given to them on how they should take care of themselves and take care of their family members. So I think it's important to put a mechanism in place that is going to continuously reach out to individuals who have come in from other parts of the country and from other parts of the world, who have come back home obviously because of the situation. But it's important that we, as I said, comfort them, guide them, and monitor them. So I think that is what our objective is. We appeal through the press also that all the individuals who have come back, you don't need to worry. It's just being done as a precaution. You just need to inform so that our medical volunteers can simply monitor, call you, and that too on the phone, and just to monitor and keep a track of how things are, and also, as I said, to guide you on what are the things to be done and not to be done. We have a number which is 108, which is already active, and people can simply call on that number and give their name and information on that. At the same time, by tonight or maximum by tomorrow morning, we also have an online registration system that is on, where we urge people go online and you can register yourself and inform us, so that further we can contact and guide you accordingly. So that system should be up, and I think when our message is going from the government side at 7 o'clock, is it, or 8 o'clock? We are in fact calling tomorrow Coronavirus Awareness Day. So the idea is that let us all leave everything and let us all focus and give our attention to what this is, and try to ensure that we educate our children, educate our family members, educate our locality, and really find ways and means to ensure that simple awareness programs like washing your hands properly, maintaining hygiene, maintaining social distancing, and maintaining, not going to crowded places. I think this kind of awareness needs to be given. A lot of people are aware, but sadly a lot of people still are not aware. I think people are not taking enough measures to be careful, and we felt that one day if we close down everything, I think it would send that seriousness message to everybody. At the same time, I would like to tell people it's not something one should panic. In a situation like this, as I said, very, very simple steps can be very, very important. And therefore, as I said, all the measures that I mentioned to you earlier, if those are followed, I think a lot of the spread of the virus can be neutralized by simply stopping the transmission chain. And at this point in time, for our state, the first strategy that we are looking at is tracking the transmission chain and breaking the transmission chain. If we are able to break the transmission chain, we will be able to stop the spread of this virus, and that is also a strategy that is being done at the central government level. Second pillar of our strategy is going to be strengthening of the health system. No system in the world today, nowhere, and even in the most developed countries, is in a position to be able to tackle a stage 4 kind of a situation. Luckily, obviously, Meghalaya is still technically at stage 0 because we don't have any detected cases. But the important aspect is we need to ensure that as a state we should be prepared as far as possible in terms of our health systems that are there. So therefore, the second pillar of our strategy is to ensure that we strengthen our health systems and ensure that whatever facilities are there are properly activated, are ready in case a situation arises. So therefore, we are taking those measures. That also includes ensuring that the human resource, that means that the medical officials are also trained and sensitized in the proper manner. The administration must be also ensure that it is responding. So that will be the second pillar. And the third pillar, which is very important for us, is the community capacity building. And in this, we would want that in this kind of an aspect, the community involvement is very important. And therefore, in a society like ours, we would like the community, which already is very, very active and very involved in different kind of social issues that are there, and different kind of even governance aspects. So therefore, I think the community will play a very important role, and mobilizing the community to really spread the awareness, to maintain calmness, no need to panic, and at the same time, but be very, very responsible and careful. I think is the message that we want to give, and the community capacity building will be important.